We import from China massive amounts, and maybe we'll have to stop doing that.
The message is we need our government to do their job.
The farmers are going to be making a fortune.
There's a lot of pain going on the countryside right now.
It was a broadside Donald Trump expected the least as he waged his tariff war against the world. A counterattack so severe that the US administration is still counting its losses. For years, US soybeans were a staple in China's markets. But now, Beijing has cut the cord. For the first time since 2021, China has completely halted US soybean imports, a move that's rattling American farmers and escalating trade tensions with Washington. In 2021, China accounted for 60% of the total American soybean exports. The figure dipped slightly in the subsequent years, but China retained its status as the largest buyer of American soybean. Last year, nearly $13 billion of American soybean was bought by China. This year, the trade war has resulted in a massive drop. For the past few months, not one order has been placed from the United States. China, the world's biggest soybean buyer, has turned instead to Brazil and Argentina, locking in more than 2.6 million tons just for the next 2 months. Argentina even suspended its 26% export tax, giving China an irresistible deal and a pointed snub to Washington. The pain in farms across the US is real.
There's a lot of pain going on the countryside right now. As far as I know, for the 2025 crop, they've bought 0 US soybeans. So, yeah, China is definitely going elsewhere to the extent that they can. I assume that at some point they'll buy some US soybeans, but so far it's a goose egg for the 25 crop.
That 0 hurts. With market flooded by nearly 1/3 of America's soy crop, which earlier went to China, prices have plummeted to levels unsustainable for farmers, and certainly has soared. For President Donald Trump, the blow is personal. Around 69% of rural voters opted for him in last year's presidential elections. Among farmers, the figure is even higher at 78%. Trump insists he's ready to fight back and plans to raise the issue when he meets Chinese President Xi Jinping later this month.
We import from China massive amounts, and maybe we'll have to stop doing that. But I don't know exactly what it is. Neither do you, neither does anybody. It's a little bit soon. I just heard about it. So Scott and Howard will figure that out, and I'm sure we'll be able to handle it.
But China is not just squeezing America's farmers. It's now going after America's factories. Beijing this week expanded export controls on rare earth elements, vital for everything from EV batteries and smartphones to missiles and microchips. 5 new minerals, including holmium, erbium, and europium, are now restricted. Synthetic graphite is restricted as it's a key material for electric vehicles. It's a direct hit on US tech and defense industries. A reminder that China still dominates the rare earth supply chain, controlling over 70% of global production. Trump is trying to strike back. Other than the existing tariffs, Chinese-owned merchant vessels sailing into American ports will have to pay millions of dollars as fees. A proposal to ban Chinese flights headed to the US from flying over Russia is also in the works. There are meanwhile indications that Trump will try to mitigate the political impact by using funds from tariffs to support US farmers.
So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking some money from all of the tariff money that we've taken, and we're going to distribute it to our farmers until the tariffs kick into their benefit, which ultimately the farmers are going to be making a fortune. But it's a process of it has to kick in.
But farmers in the United States aren't convinced.
The message is we need our government to do their job, which is not write emergency aid checks to us, but to promote worldwide trade so we can earn our income like we need to.
As the US braces for a tough harvest season, Washington is finding out that tariffs can hurt at home too. And with China cutting off soybeans and now tightening the rare earth tap, it's clear this trade war has entered a new, more dangerous phase. All eyes now turn to Trump's upcoming meeting with Xi Jinping, a chance to cool tempers or risk an even deeper rupture. Bureau Report, Business Today TV.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.